welcome Q.
Hey.
Yeah, the dual podcast, right?
Yeah.
It came out early.
We got a twofer today.
Twofer. Yes, your podcast came out today, but we are doing, for lack of better words, the CoronaCast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got a lot going on here with this current situation, and we're here to talk about it a little bit, hopefully lighten the subject matter, and bring a little joy back into people's lives, and maybe bring some solutions to the table as well.
I mean, absolutely. I think with all of this, I think it's a little bit of perspective is required, so that we don't kind of go down the path of negativity. Obviously, there's things to be concerned about, but there are people out there trying to do the right thing. And so, I think we can talk about that a little bit, let people know about that.
Right, definitely. Let me start with how was your day personally?
Pretty not terribly eventful. At the coffee shop that I operate, we had to reduce our hours. We did reduce our menu just because we knew that a lot of people in the office building that we're in were not going to be in the offices. So with everybody being told to stay home or work from home if possible, we are moving to a mode where we're just basically having coffee available. We do have some breakfast tacos.
It's the SouthBites, right?
SouthBites, yeah, absolutely.
In the South by Center?
In the South by Southwest Center building on 14th and Lavaca. And we still have plans to stay open as long as, we're allowed to. The city did implement some new rules over the weekend for service industry, and we're adhering to those. And as long as Austin Public Health continues to tell us that we're good to operate, we will. That being said, the move to reduce our menu in hours was a financial one.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of businesses, regardless of whether we're allowed to stay open or not, I think that they have to look at, okay, well, that might be okay, but it's like with this is definitely a downturn in business. A lot of people are staying home.
Right.
A lot of people are not coming out.
I encourage people to stay home.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's no reason to even potentially expose yourself if you don't have to. If your business or your job allows for you, or you're capable of working from home, absolutely.
Sure.
I think right now, obviously, it's spring break as well. There's a lot of kids home. I know for a lot of people, it's just easier also if they can just watch their kids.
Yeah. Well, it lined up well with spring break.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you got word yet that spring break here was extended till April 2nd, maybe, I think.
Well, yeah. So another week. My wife, Laura's a teacher. So we were watching at noon today, around 12:30, AISD came out and announced that Austin Independent School District, Eanes, and other, I think, Round Rock, also all pushed to extend their spring break by a week.
Okay.
And then even that is kind of also going to be a little bit up in the air in terms of whether that is potentially extended as for even later.
Yeah. Which is stressful in itself.
Sure.
Right. It's we're taking proper measures, but this stuff causes stress. Here, I'm going to move that up just in case we can read some of those. I mean,
go ahead.
I'm not at the mic. Mentioned the Instagram Live.
Oh yeah.
You guys can hear me, but on the mic, here, can you read this at all?
I can read it a little bit. Yeah, it looks like I don't think we've gotten any comments directly yet. A couple waves.
There we go.
Well,
wave.
Howdy, folks.
Hi. Yes. So this is a podcast. Plus, it's also on Instagram Live. If you want to come in a little bit, we get a little cozy in here.
In a little bit.
There we go. So, I reached out to Q today with the idea that we could come and maybe relieve some of the stress by having conversations and talk about this stuff. And it's not easy. It's nothing to joke about. Going out and about. I had to do today to certain restaurants, and I know it's kind of like a ghost town. And I also encourage people who want to go out, maybe not to. I mean, this virus can be. The disclaimer is we're not doctors or scientists or anything. This is just things we're regurgitating, but let's be safe rather than sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my stance on it.
Absolutely. I mean, I think more than anything, the most important thing to anybody, I think, overall is health. I mean, a job or nothing. All of that means nothing if you're not in good health. I think we do have a question asking about like benefits.
Can you read that?
Yeah. Asking about if there's any sources for benefits online. I think right now we found a couple organizations, but
Yeah, we did. So we got to thank KC for that.
Yeah.
Should we run through these right now?
Sure.
If you guys are curious about that right out of the gate, KC from In the Weeds, seasoned in the weeds, awesome guy, great resource for anybody who's not on In the Weeds. You should be. And I actually have the desktop opened up here. He shot me a couple links to. There's a place called Southern Smoke. I'll just mention them real quick. And there's one called, what is that? BEAP. So that's Bartenders Emergency Assistance Program. And there is CORE, which is Children of Restaurant Employees. So you can get on any of these, and apparently you can apply for some sort of assistance. Now, he also mentioned you can file for unemployment.
Yeah. I was going to mention that as well.
Yeah.
I think even if you continue to have some amount of hours with your job, but they've been reduced, you can actually apply for unemployment through the Texas Workforce Commission and get some compensation for those hours that have been cut. And that again, even if you continue to have a job, that doesn't mean you don't have to be completely terminated to go and apply. So definitely, people should take advantage of that. Basically, companies do pay into the Texas Workforce Commission, and so there is usually a fund associated with every company where that people can draw on in these kinds of circumstances. That all being said, I think my greatest hope, and there's nothing to base this on other than what's maybe been done in the past, is that hopefully that we'll see some kind of relief from the government.
Yeah.
Whether that's state or federal. With this whole downturn, it seems like there is some kind of willingness to not let this have a long-term effect on the economy overall.
Yeah.
So I think that some kind of government assistance, I would hope.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers
I get
crossed.
that vibe.
Yeah.
Right? And this is worldwide.
Yeah.
It's real easy to get, in your own, because we all have our own problems on day to day. We have life we deal with, and the idea that this is everybody is kind of, it's a big picture. It's hard to swallow.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, I would hope that businesses can at least work deals out with each other. I know that
Sure.
For a lot of businesses, they're looking at they still have to pay rent, they still have to pay their bills, aside from taking care of their staff. And with the downturn in business, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
I would like to hope that can there could be something worked out there.
Sure. Absolutely. Can you read these? Because apparently my eyesight's going bad.
I can see a little bit. Let me see.
Should I pull it forward more just for the sake of it?
No, I think I got it. Okay. I can't see the name on here that's commenting, but it does say I'm currently out of a job, but I'm looking. So I feel like I won't find because of. So I can't read that, but I'm making it. Yeah, I think what I'm getting from the vibe of that is that I think right now I know that there is hiring going on. I've seen a couple restaurants actually looking for staff. Contigo, that's way better. I know Contigo was hiring. They posted earlier today.
Yeah, excellent. Go Contigo. Chef Andrew.
Yeah.
Do it.
I know H-E-B and Costco are hiring. I think that's going to
need it.
That's going to be good business right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are. If you're not on In the Weeds there, whoever had said that, you should probably get on there and
take
or
a look.
Seasoned, download the Seasoned app because there's a whole section simply made just for that. And reach out to people just like you just did there. Don't be shy. People will, if they need the help, they'll let you know.
Oh, absolutely.
As far as places that, and I got In the Weeds opened up here. Places we had somebody, Edgar Carmco mentioned roll call. Please let us know if your job, restaurant, bar has closed and for how long. And now this is a thing because I learned El Bruto, he's closed. Easy Tiger, they're only doing bread. So the beer gardens are closed. But if we open this up, obviously you can just get on and and read this for yourself. But is this it? Where did it go?
Oh, I don't know. I did hear earlier today that the McGuire Mormon group is going to be, a lot of those restaurants are closing down temporarily as well.
McGuire, so the MMH group, that's huge.
Yeah, no, that's a lot. It's a really popular restaurant. So.
We've got Perla's, Elizabeth Street,
Clark's,
Lambert's. There's so many.
Blues on the east side. I mean,
they're about to open a sushi place.
Yeah.
An Italian place, a walk-up pizza place. And man, there's a guy out in Buda, like side thing, but I was thinking about him today. It's called Mud Bugs. He's about to open this.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine to open a place during this.
No, I mean, I would imagine, and without putting words in anybody's mouth, I would think that most openings are going to be pushed. There's no time to. There's not going to be. Nobody's going to come in. I mean, you're not going to maximize your effort, and obviously, when you're opening a new business, you want to make a big splash. So,
McGuire Mormon, there it is, right there. There's a link from Austin360.com.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see any of these other guys? What they're mentioning the same link?
Looks like Fressa's.
Oh, Fressa's. That's a bummer.
Yeah. I know Fly-Right is not closing, but they are moving to a drive-through delivery or takeout only. Yeah.
That's my hopes for this, because we're a huge crammed city, but like we're not the size of Chicago or New York, and those guys they're not closed 100%. They're doing all to go.
Okay. Yeah.
But we've seen here, like some of these guys are just straight closing.
Yeah.
Justine's, what is it? Justine's not sure for how long.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's Jason Andrew.
Zavala.
I'm just now realizing that my eyesight's going, because I used to be able to read things just fine.
Yeah. I think also with all these, it seems like, it's all kind of indefinite closures where they're closing for, say, at least a week, but then looking, forward to, revisiting that next week. And I think that's probably smart. I mean, that's basically what we're doing.
Oh, week to week?
Week to week.
Day
by day, really. I mean, as we hear more, we're gonna really have to make wise decisions about what's best for the business overall financially, the staff, and then of course everybody's health is always going to be the top of mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pull Burger, Jeffrey's, all those places.
Yeah, so that's all the MMH.
Yeah.
Jeffrey's. Oh yeah, the whole list will just be MMH.
Well, it looks like I saw Bangers on there for 2 weeks. Looks
wow,
like.
Bangers. Chef John Vasquez, he was an OG on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good people though. But it's wise maybe to close right now.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what if I don't know that we've had any community spread here in Austin yet, or at least nothing that's been reported.
When I've asked, I've heard the word 5 now cases possibly here.
Total, I think there's like 6 cases in Austin total.
Keeps getting, every time I hear it, it's a little bit more.
But the one positive thing about that is that it's all been from people who have traveled.
Yeah.
Or been in contact with people who've been traveling. So that's a little bit of a positive. But of course, we don't know the full extent because, testing is still limited. I do know that there is a spot up in the Domain where they're doing, I think it's Baylor Scott and White is doing a drive-through.
Okay.
Testing.
Nice.
But.
And look, you don't just go get the test for the heck of it.
No. Yeah. You definitely want to wait until, first of all, I think they're recommending that you call. If you call your primary care physician, or even, I think you can even call like 211, basically have somebody kind of walk you through what you need to eliminate before you go get tested. But then once you are, then, if they say like, yes, you should probably get tested, then do it.
Sure. Yes. I mean, if you're feeling symptoms, and then how terrified is everybody? You get.
Oh yeah. No.
We're scared to death to get sick. Everybody on Earth right now is terrified.
No, everybody's seeing a lot of people freaking out, and obviously in the grocery stores, stockpiling and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little bit ridiculous, and I'd like
we'll
to
get back to this list. Let's touch on that because let's touch on that. Like HEB.
Yeah.
I was Friday. We had softball, so now softball's canceled. But on the way back, we just legitimately needed groceries, and I got some phone calls that it was like chaos.
Yeah.
And it literally felt like The Walking Dead in there. People are so the advice is, from what I've heard, and I'm sure most people have heard this, that the grocery stores are going to continue to resupply, and there's no need to go buy everything at once because that just leaves the person behind you not able to get toilet paper, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Or even canned goods, or like I've heard a lot of like potatoes and things that last dry, like a dry storage.
Yeah.
People are really stockpiling. It's like, you guys, I don't know that what they've kept saying. HEB said, Costco, and the government as well. It's like the supply chain is not being disrupted right now. It's like, so just everybody chill.
Those truck drivers work alone.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everybody just needs to take a deep breath, and then if they have to go out to the store or have to get stuff, get what you need. Don't, maybe for a few days, but not necessarily, 6 months. It's a little bit of an overreaction.
It is, but at the same time, I understand, right?
Sure.
We don't have the information. Are the grocery stores going to close? What's going to happen? I mean, these folks listening to the cast most of them can cook, so cook up some food and freeze it.
It's funny. I saw, again, I've been seeing a lot of people posting online about, really trying to maintain some positivity, and if that's the case, like they were saying, oh well, all these chefs everybody's at home, go do an Instagram live, do a Facebook live, and at least show people what you're making and what it is that you're doing.
Yes,
we have one of our local kind of superstar DJs, DJ Mel, did a really cool Facebook live dance party on Friday. And that was nice. Like super cool. Just like Slippy's like, hey, if you're stuck at home, just hang out and watch Facebook and let's dance. Super fun.
Right. Little what is that? TikTok? Is that
live
version of TikTok?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not on TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok. That's what the kids are doing though.
No, for sure.
But that's what we're doing right here, Austin All Day. We'll do a cast for you guys live. I mean, this will be available on iTunes and all that stuff too. Yeah. But for the meantime, I've mentioned that this is like our CoronaCast, and we're just going to do these as frequently as we can because, I'm going to work and I'm having the shortest days I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks are working from home. So to make use of our time, we're going to put these together.
Sure.
And from day to day, I'm sure things we're saying right now on this cast, if you're listening and there's one out tomorrow, things will have changed. Like these restaurants that are opened or not opened. And we're hoping for the best here, right? Well, I don't want restaurants to close.
No, absolutely not.
There's two ways to think of it because it's like there's like a pull. I don't want them to close, but like I want everybody to be safe, so I sort of do. It's like the grand scheme, big picture, close it. Let's be safe. Yeah. Let's stay home. But it's very scary to think about having no income and.
Yeah, obviously the biggest thing is we're already in the midst of the economic setback with SouthBites being canceled. I think obviously in the restaurant industry. In Austin, depends on that heavily every year. The bar industry, we're already taking a hit.
Everybody's taking it.
Yeah, I think everybody's already taken a hit, and then to have, even more people because of this. Just even when people do try to put something together, it just is sad that now we're being told we can't even do that. We just gotta.
Breaking news.
Trump says he's advising people not to gather in groups of more than 10 and a set of new guidelines to fight the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So, it was, I think it was started off, it was, no groups of 250. Then, they're saying now, no groups of 100. And then yesterday, the CDC recommended no groups of 50. And so now Trump's saying
10.
No groups of 10.
Well, let's be honest, man. A group of 50 is a lot of people.
Sure. Yeah. Especially in a semi-enclosed space. I think
so. That's not good for restaurants. That number 10. 50. Okay, sure, 50 seats in a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
But I went to a number of spots today. Counter Cafe, always slamming. There was one single couple sitting outside eating. Where Easy Tiger was closed. TLC. He was talking about possibly just doing the to-go stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I think would be great because then people aren't completely out of work, but.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do some take-home meals. We started doing that last week, actually. We were in the commissary kitchen that we have at Pink Avocado. We were prepping just meals to take home, warm up, and that way, for the people that were still in the offices, when they were headed home, they didn't have to fight the grocery store. But and we're going to do that again this week. Like I said, until I think I think most restaurants are trying to figure out a way, how can we do delivery or takeout without in a safe way, and then without encouraging people to all cram into our restaurants or bars.
Right. What have you done yourself at home?
I mean, at home, I think we haven't done changed our lives too much, other than just being careful and washing our hands, and when we go out, as soon as we get home, we wash up.
Yeah.
But I mean, the wife and I we're just been staying in all weekend. We did go to dinner at a friend's house last night.
Yeah.
But that was a super small event, and it was just us. And so,
did you stock up at the grocery store at all for anything?
No. I mean, we have this online service where we get all of our like cleaning supplies and stuff delivered to the house. Like every month. Nice. So it comes out all the time. So like we didn't have to. We had plenty of toilet paper. We had plenty of paper towels, cleaning stuff, whatever. So we're good on that stuff. So usually we go to the grocery store literally to get stuff to make food. And
yeah, I had done been doing the Snap Kitchen. Where I pick up the food. So when this was going on, I was like, oh, I definitely need to go to the grocery store because I hadn't been cooking.
Yeah, you probably didn't have anything.
No, that's very convenient. And I don't know if that's all going to continue, but that's an option. I mean, they've got a lot of food in there. I mean, you can freeze those too, and it's a little more expensive than buying something out from the freezer section. But
for sure,
I just read something about. I actually think it might have been on In the Weeds, just like super valuable resource about. A guy asking for recipes. I don't actually know where I read this, but I'll mention it when I do again. But he's asking what's in your pantry right now, and I'll come up with a recipe for you.
Oh, that's cool. That's it's kind of like Chop.
Yeah, it's sure it is like.
Here's your basket.
Here, have fun.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with these M&Ms, right?
Exactly.
You're right, and your white bread.
How do you whatever?
Yeah,
sounds good.
No, yeah, that's good. And yeah, I myself, I just went to I ran through and I made chicken noodle soup, stuff like that, threw it in the freezer, just in case. And it's people are hysterical right now, and it's real easy to not know what's going on. Like, should I be hysterical too?
Yeah.
I think no.
Yeah, I think at the house, we've pretty much just been, eating, breakfast in the morning is either cereal or breakfast tacos, and then later on lunch and dinner has been like sandwiches and salads. That's pretty much standard what we normally have anyway. So,
well, this podcast today, I'm going to get them to actually come out here because I don't know how to translate. I was hanging out with the neighbors recently over the week, and I mentioned this to you, but we were laughing, having a good time, and like my cynicism when I bring up the coronavirus, trying to joke a little about it. It was brought to my attention. Her name is Christy, and she was just so positive. She had a different outlook on it, and I think I'm starting to see more of this. Like we're coming together because of this. Yeah. It is a horrible way to have to come together, but like humans are extremely resilient, and this is like a testament to who we are. It's the beginning. We're scared, but like at the end of this, we'll I want to be on the other side of it already.
For sure.
But like I said, we wouldn't be doing this podcast right now if this wasn't happening.
Yeah.
And, after all of this passes, another cool thing is you already know. I mean, we'll just hit this town hard. People are going to be partying.
Hopefully, we come out on the end of this and every business comes roaring back because people are so antsy of being cooped up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I can see that. I can already, I think that's part of the reason they've been trying to, watch the bars is they're worried that people just want to get out or, they're so tired of being, even it's only been like not even a full week of people staying home. I think there's enough of a
week
cabin fever. Yeah.
You got to remember that if you're locked up here for a week or locked up, whatever, you're cooped up for an entire week. That's on top of the fact that you are cooped up with the stress of like, oh, am I going back to work? Is my restaurant closing or whatever the case, whatever you're doing for work. This is happening to every single person on the planet, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's part of also, I think, where this like, there's a social side to this because we're all going through this together that I think, it really does, even if we can't be in like necessarily physical proximity with each other, everybody I feel is trying to do what they can to be there for their friends and family as much as possible. I'm seeing a lot of, what's really cool is
What is he talking about, that Boyle?
oh, I don't know. He has said yes. Like I think he was just talking about the like trying to, everybody being positive.
Okay.
But I think that, you're seeing a lot of stuff. So like, for people that are older and who are really, told to stay home.
Yes. And that's,
You have other people that are younger that are saying, oh, well, let me, what can I do to help? And for family members, I'll go buy them groceries or do whatever.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing a lot of memes go around this morning trying to see if like, H-E-B and Costco and all the grocery stores, if they can set aside time in the early morning for elderly people to go buy groceries before everybody else gets allowed in. And that way it might help kind of, just make it a little bit of a safer space for them to go in, purchase what they need, and then get out of there before the rest of the masses come in and clear out the shelves.
Yeah.
Which again, we need to reiterate that nobody needs to be doing, everything's okay, like in terms of the food supply. So
it is okay. And we're going to come together. There is so much more to come. If there is some sort of shortage on food, believe me, restaurant suppliers, people will pull together to make things happen. One thing I want to mention here, there was a couple things I was thinking, and since we're doing this live on Instagram, you guys chime in if you're into this. I talked to my buddy Dave Veller, who does a podcast in Chicago called The Gear Buds. So if you play guitar or like music in any way, shape, or form, just listen to that. But I don't have the ability right now to set up a phone call from somebody. But I'd like if you guys could actually call in and or leave a voicemail on like a Google voicemail, and we can play your question or something you want to say. I mean, we're not the experts here, but if there's something that you want to put out there in the world, we can play that voicemail and whatnot. So if you guys are into that, I'll set that up and put the information somewhere.
For sure. I mean, I think two heads are better than one, and I think the more the merrier, get different perspective from other people.
We've got, I don't know if you're able to come tomorrow, but I know Louis Cantu.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming. So definitely come if you can.
Yeah. I'll come see, hang out with you.
And then Joel Rivas, who's set to start doing this herd like takeover edition to the podcast. We got all this exciting shit going on, and then like we're interrupted by this, but like let's make this positive and productive. Let's put, we're doing this together. That's the one thing that I keep coming back to. But Joel Rivas is coming on Wednesday. You're more than welcome to come for that. We were scheduled to have Matthew Bromley, who he works at one of those tech companies in a corporate office or facility. I'm not going to mention where. I don't think he can. But he's supposed to be here to kind of do a, the more traditional Austin All Day podcast. Right. But given the circumstances, we might just, flip it over to do something similar to this, because every single day here, we're going to get new information like with this Trump and the 10 people, which is crazy. Crazy to think. Some families are larger than that. Yeah. You have to kick somebody out of the house.
No, I mean, we've been, there's been a lot of rumors, again, in Texas about, restrictions coming down from the state government. Yeah. And so I'm super curious to see, if there's going to be any announcements on that. Obviously,
what do we know about the actual Illinois closed the bars and restaurants, and same with New York?
New York City.
Illinois, the state, Ohio, and Louisiana have all restricted. Restricted the service industry. Mm-hmm. And some of those, it's different. I think if I read somewhere that I believe it was Ohio, if their bar does not serve food, they need to close down. If they're serving food and they're able to serve it in a takeout manner, that's okay. And I think that goes for most of the other places as well, as long as they're able to minimize people basically hanging out. They can come pick it up, they can have it delivered, or if they have a drive-through, they can do that as well.
And the reason for that is like where you're in the age group that you're not going to get sick, you're going to go out to. Don't go out and be drinking at bars and like having fun with your buddies. I mean, you're going to get sick.
Yeah. Or I mean, and even if you don't, there's also always a potential of
spreading it.
Right?
You go home, you give your mom a hug. A week later,
she's sick.
It's no joke.
Yeah, and I think that there's even people again that don't even have symptoms who could spread it to somebody who maybe doesn't have symptoms, and then they spread it to somebody who can get sick. It's
a lot of the folks listening to this don't have the ability to do this, can't like work remotely.
Yeah.
But you need your kitchen. But if you have the ability to like self quarantine and just work from home, that's what I would do. I mean, spring break for the kids lined up perfectly. Now they get an extended. What a great time to be a kid, right?
Kids, they seem fine.
Yeah. No. Instead of the snow day, it's the Corona day.
Yeah.
Like on huge extension. So, well, and has anything come through on the Instagram?
No.
No.
You guys, if y'all have any questions, please feel free.
Yes.
Let us know if there's anything else you want us to touch on.
Yeah, it's interesting doing this live like that because I know this isn't live, but when it goes up, it's just gonna sound a little off. But here, let's go through the.
Let's look at the ones that are the restaurants that are open.
Yeah, let's check this out because there is a. And we'll mention who put it up there. Roll call from Amy Merritt. There you go, Amy. I'm not sure where she's working. She didn't mention it, but we got previous comments. So we got, and this might change tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see where we're at. Key Bar is open. We got a lot of guys open.
Yeah.
Does that say Moon Tower?
Yep, Moon
nice.
Tower.
There's across the street from us. We'll go grab a drink after this.
Sounds good. Tumble 22, La Barbecue.
We read these to start getting hungry.
Right. Yeah. Lucy's. Oh, this is nice. So Lucy's Fried Chicken apparently is offering employee discounts to industry.
There you go.
So if you want to head out there, the
Good old Angela.
Yeah. The Texican Cafe.
Nice.
Casa
de Monte Cristo.
Yeah, I don't even know where that is.
I don't either. Greenhouse. Greenhouse has some killer food.
Oh, yeah?
They need to put one of those south. I've been telling them that forever. Yeah, but they won't do it. They won't do it in Austin. Okay. So, yeah, Greenhouse, that's in Georgetown.
Mm-hmm. Botticelli's, the Water Tank. I don't know where that is.
Twin Creeks Ice House. No. Yeah. Brooklyn Heights Pizzeria. Okay. So is that the new one across from Bolden Acres? I know there's a Brooklyn Pizzeria across from Bolden Acres.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bolden Acres. I wonder how Lewis is doing. I guess he'll tell us tomorrow.
I heard they were open yesterday. I had a friend who was there yesterday hanging out.
Super cool spot.
Yeah.
Huge outdoor bar with like places to play. I mean, not the most ideal time to be doing it, but
at least it's outside.
And it's outside, and he's got 2 trailers there right now. And wash your hands. Public service announcement.
Yeah.
Vinaigrette's
open.
Nice. There we go. All right, so go to Lucy's, go to Vinaigrette, choose one or the other. Tackle Flats.
Revival Coffee, Castro's Bar and Grill.
I went to Rebel Cheese.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
It was actually really good.
Yeah, I got to try it out.
Impressed to learn that they are local. That's the first one. I didn't know that. I had to ask. Apparently, there's a couple owners. One of them's from England, but it was good. Okay. I mean, I'm not usually at the vegan spots, but and how did I find that? Well, I posted it on In the Weeds. Where do I go for a vegan spot?
Nice. I still need to go check out Last Straw.
I haven't been there either, so don't feel bad.
Okay.
Chef Zach, shout out to Chef Zach. We did try the Drink Well, which was very busy.
I like that place.
So we ended up somewhere else. But Drink Well you like?
Yeah.
I have like high hopes, and I really trust Chef Zach. I think it's going to be a killer menu.
Oh, for sure. So we got to shout out. Hey, Miriam, thank you.
Miriam,
thank you for thanking us.
That's Hot Dish Radio, first Tuesday of the month, I believe, around 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Check out her podcast.
Please do. Good stuff. On Coop Radio. There you go. 91.7?
Yeah.
There we go.
Jackalope's open, Hueros, Casa Colombia, Brewer's Table.
There you go. Chef Chazette.
Tadashi Hill Country on the Galleria. Maggiano's, Raggedy Ann's.
Are we at the...
Torchy's.
Torchy's good. I mean, as long as we're still slanging tacos, I guess life is good, right?
That's right. You got to have tacos. Aviary Wine and Kitchen.
Yeah, those guys have expanded quite a bit. Lift Lounge.
Lit Lounge?
Lit Lounge.
I don't know what that is.
This is amazing. Oh, there we go. Now I can read.
Look at that. Awesome.
Serrano's on Mopec. Did I skip over a bunch? Detour.
Yes.
Detour. Good old detour. Mm-hmm. Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Oh, Eastside Tavern. Shout out to Matt Carter.
And KK's over there. She's
yeah.
Yeah, she's in the back there.
Botticelli says they are not open.
Okay.
The
Corner?
Corner Bar on Congress and Second. Not Corner Bar on South Lamar.
Right.
Different one.
Mother's Cafe for you vegetarians.
Mm-hmm.
Wilder Wood, PF Chang's.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Alamo Draft House. Interesting. Okay, because I don't know how that. See, like tomorrow, maybe we'll update that because of the Trump mentioning 10.
Yeah, I did see. I think it's in New York. They're closing some
theaters.
Some theaters.
That's like the one thing I'd want to do during a time like this. It's we're home. We're early days. Go to the movies.
Watch movies.
We get like Netflix. Like is going to go through the roof. Right?
Oh my God, Netflix has got. They have a whole playlist of like Outbreak and Contagion. All these types of like. It's like really
the order of went to my neighbor's birthday party. It doesn't matter, but they were telling me to watch Contagion. It was such a good movie, so I went home and I watched it. And then this happened like a couple weeks later.
Yeah,
and it was like fresh in my mind. It was
But yeah, no, people are definitely gonna be watching a lot of movies at home.
And if you want a good one, Brent Kirk, who used to work at Whole Foods here, he moved to West Virginia, maybe. But he mentioned Hunters on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Holy shit! Yeah, turn it out. See if you can stomach that.
I think I've seen the commercials for that. Yeah,
it's pretty intense.
So it's kind of like the Nazi Hunters.
Nazi Hunters.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. It's badass.
Yeah.
Mandolas, keep those open. Goddamn it.
Baby A's.
Avery Wine. Where is this?
I think I want to say I don't want to say because I'm probably gonna be wrong. I think it's in the Domain.
Kylie Walker, Sushi Zushi, barely. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Gourmands, Hula Hut.
Look at it. See, this is what I love. All these folks. See, everybody's always got their back on In the Weeds. And that's just how the culinary industry is. We all know that. But I feel like this is kind of like a worldwide thing right now.
Oh, for sure. Pine House Pizza.
Go grab some beers.
Latchkey's open. I kind of feel like, driving around downtown this weekend, I think the only places that I saw a lot of people was on like E6, which is great. I mean,
and Il Bruto, like I mentioned, he's over there. He said he wants to reopen in April.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, May.
Oh, wow.
He wants to reopen in May, but he said realistically it probably won't be till June.
Wow. Well, I mean, and again, without speculating too much about what they got going on, I could definitely see this as an opportunity for a lot of businesses to, do things. I know that we took advantage of this over the weekend, and we did like a super deep clean of all of our prep areas and serving areas and all that stuff. I could see other restaurants potentially using this as an opportunity to do, whether they need to do some remodeling or cleaning up or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes a little bit of sense that, and then also maybe they can give some hours to staff. They come in and clean and help out.
That's a killer idea.
Yeah, I think probably a lot of restaurant people got that one. That's pretty easy because that's good opportunity.
Yes, being productive during these times,
exactly,
I think is key. Because if you fall behind, like if you just go grab beers and some whiskey, you're going to be depressed in a couple of days.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, I'm still going to do that, but
and you'll have a hangover. Yeah.
But I'll be responsible about it. Jack Allen's. No, I have a theory. If Jack Allen's closes, Austin is going to like cave into the earth and crumble. Like all those new buildings will just.
Yeah, I mean, I read another post where they're doing some really cool stuff for their staff.
Good.
I think it was on In the Weeds as well, so you guys look that one up.
I know, it's ridiculous. It's like this is where we get all of our information.
All right.
And if you're on, just stop listening and get on In the Weeds if you're
follow along while you're.
Yeah, we're just going through what she posted about who is open right now because I'm very interested to see what changes tomorrow. Home Slice can't. Yeah. So Via, they closed, right? Via for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and Nickel City too.
Yeah,
they just announced that.
So that's rough, you know. I mean, those
there was
are
definitely. I saw people. There was a ton of people at VL and 6 on E6.
Yeah.
This weekend. So
such good people, Brandon and Zane.
Yeah, no, I think they're just really trying to do what's best for their staff and making sure everybody's taken care of. Because they're good guys like that.
They definitely are. Thank you, Brandon, sponsoring my daughter's softball team, which is now suspended. But thank you.
Those new outfits are great.
Yeah, right. The second sponsor was actually Austin All Day Podcast, so
yeah,
I was excited about that.
Good.
The Grove.
Okay.
4 locations, all 4. There you go.
Yeah.
Tacoba. There's only one on the east side. I don't know.
So Tacoba is there's just that one spot on the east side, and they're actually the same people that own Tacorrido, which are like the drive-through taco places. There's one on South First and Old Torf.
And they sit in Tacorrido right there.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple. There's one on Burnett, right?
One up on Burnett, and then they're actually converting the Tacoba location into
Pluckers, Rezus. We're going live right now.
Oh yeah,
Michael Flores
as they come in
has been busy as fuck. Right? Yeah. I'm sure. I mean.
I think that, again, this goes back to, people, I think, just generally being kind of nihilistic and staring in the face of Armageddon. Like, they were like, I'm going to go out and have a drink and be around people if I'm going out. But that being said, I don't know that we're there yet. Again, I don't know that we need to be encouraging people to go out in a crowded situation.
No, we definitely,
because there's other people to be concerned about. But
it's just think of your folks or anybody older than you, because if we're carrying it, and who's to know what's to come? I mean, we could. This is definitely going to spread more.
Well, and I think also one thing that's not being mentioned a whole lot on the news or that people are listening to is that even for people that are relatively healthy, say in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, if they were to get sick, some of this stuff can do. If you get pneumonia, from this, even if you get over it and recuperate, that's something that makes you susceptible to it for the rest of your life. That's just something to be considered. Like some of this stuff, while you might be able to get over it in the short term, can have long-term effects. And so, again, don't take it lightly. I think at the very outset of this, I was kind of like one of those people who's like, oh, well, just whatever. I'd rather just get it over with. But with that being said, there can be
I have asthma. I'm scared to death to get this.
No, for sure. Yeah, people with asthma or even, underlying other issues, whether it's like
any respiratory, anything going on. And I got the flu on Christmas this year.
Yeah.
I haven't been sick in years. And when I got just anybody who says just give it to me and let me get it over with, you don't want to get sick like that.
No, yeah.
It is just horrible. Like right now, sure, let me feel being sick. Like wait till you're sick.
And then you're going to be hitting it. Well, and the scary thing is too, it's like what if you get sick and then everybody else is sick at the same time, and then they're like, oh, well, we can't get you into the doctor for like a week and a half or something. It's like it's a lot more than just. It's not just a cold necessarily, So
right. So it's really important to exercise.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I know that
walk your dogs.
It's just one more time to just rehash that we're not scientists or doctors.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is just stuff we've heard. But there's an actual article, same girl who sent it, that's hilarious, that talking about, I'll throw a link to this, but it's from the New York Times, and it's how strenuous exercise affects our immune system. Apparently, if you do run or something like that, or do that kind of like, what is it, continuous, I'm not sure the name of that, but you're long stretches of running or
like just like endurance training kind of.
Sure, if whatever the name is, it's better for this to actually beat this virus. So,
right. I think that's something my wife
healthy.
My wife and I have been trying to plan out, opportunities to go work out. Unfortunately, her gym was like partially shut down because of their concerns, but they're doing online training sessions. So, she's able to work out at home. We're going to, be walking the dogs. We're going to be going on jogs, doing what we can to stay active. Because I think also, getting your blood flowing, it really does boost your immune system.
The ideal day would be you got to exercise once, getting the blood going, and then you're eating as healthy as you can, and then you're cutting back on like drinks because
be careful, guys. Even though you're home, don't just be.
I will shameless plug. If you do want to drink, go ahead and grab a Ranch Rider Spirit. Only 119 calories, all natural. just tequila, sparkling water, and salt.
Keep it simple.
Keep it stupid simple.
Those guys not too much sugar.
Yeah, no added sugar. So it's all natural. So
perfect.
Yeah, if maybe take those guys up because they're in the stores now
for
everywhere.
Sure. Yeah.
So
but stay active, y'all. You can get out and move around. There's no restrictions on that. There's as long as you're not in a really crowded space and you're outside. They are encouraging people to get out. Again, keep your body moving, do stuff.
Well, another thing about that is do it while we can. Cause, not to say I know what's coming, but who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe we can't leave.
Yeah.
I've heard about curfews, and we didn't get a curfew, did we?
No. But I mean, they did it in China. When this really broke out, they were being, real strict about allowing people even just to go outside and do anything. So, that's obviously an authoritarian country, so I don't know that we're going to get there. But either way, take advantage right now. Weather's kind of nice, not too hot.
No,
so might as well.
And this idea, this guy's saying he does the cardio in the morning. That's the jam. Get it out of the way. Get your blood moving. Get out there. If you're going to come in contact with this, your immune will be up. And just don't murder yourself. Don't kill yourself in the morning because then your immune will be down. Just get your blood flowing and be healthy.
Exactly.
So we're gonna put these out basically every day possible.
Sure.
Which might be every day. I've kind of said this stuff, but the CoronaCast, or COVID cast,
whatever.
Whatever it is. But till we get through this, we're going to get through this. We're going to do it together.
That's right.
And we're going to have a couple folks on here. I don't know what your availability is. We'll touch base on it.
I'll do my best. I'm glad I live close by. So
you live close by, which is great. Like I said, there's Christy. She grew up here. She's a hair cutter, a stylist. That's, I don't know what the proper term is for this, but she had just such a great empowering message about just staying positive during this. And people are going to do what they're going to do, but there's no reason to be negative right now. And if you want to look at some positive things, just go drive around for a minute because there's no traffic.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, go for a drive.
Silver lining.
And enjoy Austin for we live in a beautiful area. We should be grateful that the rest of the country has experienced this a lot worse than we have so far.
Yeah.
And I mean, knocking on wood, because I understand that we could be saying something different next week or tomorrow or whenever it is. But right now, we're blessed with where we're at.
Yep.
And we're not going to forget that. We're going to keep doing these. And anything you guys want, like I've got my cell somewhere up there. You can find it. You can actually find it on Instagram. And then Austin All Day Podcast at Gmail. Message me on Instagram. That is the way to go, I would think.
Yeah.
And anytime we hop on here live, or we'll put these up live. You guys are more than welcome to chime in, and I'll get a magnifying glass or glasses tomorrow because I can't read anything.
It's all right.
Yeah. But anything we should throw in there? What anything we're missing?
I don't think so. Let's see what happens. See what news comes out over the next 24 hours, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back for more Austin all day. Stay strong. Good people. All right, cool.